Yo, 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 Salaam nerds. This is Neves, aka Watch with Neves, and I'm here with Jazz. What's up, Jazz?
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? I'm just chilling today. We're going to talk about Love is Blind, I think, right?
Yes, we're going to talk about Love is Blind. Welcome to Salaam Nerds, where we talk about anything that has a fandom. So we're going to talk about our nerd culture topic for this week, and it's Love is Blind. And we have with us Sarah, who is a psychologist. Say hi, Sarah.
I wish I was cool enough to have a cool introduction, but just hi.
Just hi.
Just hi.
It's all right. All right, and next we have Queen Sheena, who is a part-time Bollywood choreographer. A little Bhangra, a little Bollywood. What's up?
Hello, Salaam Namaste.
Salam namaste.
Nice.
Little hum-thum action going on here.
Exactly.
All right. So today's episode is going to be about the show Love is Blind. Everyone's talking about it. And someone who's very familiar with reality TV shows, I'm not surprised that this was going to blow up the way it does. So we'll talk about a lot of stuff that's going on this show. So the concept of this show is basically they have, I think 30 people are on this show. They've only showed us like 7 or 8, but there's like 30 people on this show, and you date 14 other people and you cannot see them. So you're in a pod. So you're in a pod, you cannot see them, you can ask them questions and try to get to know them and connect with them emotionally. Then you have to propose to them sight unseen, basically propose to them without seeing them. The first time you see them will be after you propose. And then you get down on one knee, you propose, and then you go straight to your honeymoon, basically, or a vacation together. And that's where you meet all the other couples and the people you could have hooked up with, but you did not. And then they go back home, they meet their parents, and then in 4 weeks, they have to get married. That is the premise of the show. So it's kind of wild. How do you guys feel about that premise?
The idea of them honeymooning together.
Haram,
Yes.
haram.
Listen, they're engaged.
There's a different name for that. It's not honeymoon.
All right. I feel like, honestly, I'm not so surprised by this show because, like, how different is it than arranged marriages, right? So, like, we even saw the Indian auntie
You just
on the
don't
show
go on the honeymoon before
okay,
the marriage.
That's
it.
fair. Well, there was one couple. There was one couple who did not shack up on their little honeymoon vacation. They actually slept in separate rooms. Obviously, they didn't end up working out, but they did stay in their separate rooms. So that was pretty interesting.
You also
That
do
was,
have the choice to say that you don't want to shack up and you don't want to sleep together. So they do give you that option. I mean, they do also have to make it a reality TV and have to make it interesting from their point of view.
I think it's interesting, especially since Shania got to sleep in a separate room. So
Shayna.
it could be done.
Shayna.
Shayna.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Shania.
Shania
Twain.
Twain up in here.
Shania Twain. I don't think it's that bad. I don't have a problem with that, but I do find it interesting how quick some people switch it up and how some people don't. Some people are just vibing and they get along really well. Shane had no qualms about, staying the night with Natalie. He said they could have filmed it and like they would have made millions. Who says that?
He's just
What are
like
your
a
thoughts on Shane and
loud
Natalie?
frat boy.
Yes.
Like a very loud, obnoxious frat boy with his laugh.
Bro, his eyes are like bulging out.
Yes.
Like, bro, Shayna,
He
what?
is quintessential.
Are you mad at me?
frat boy.
Because if you're mad at me, that's like a dick move. Like, it's so funny how his eyes just bulge out.
And everything is a dick move. Give me validation, and you're not doing it. It's a dick move.
Yo, I'm pretty sure he takes like I don't want to say, I don't want to make any accusations, but he has cocaine tendencies. he's on
He's,
something
like, jittery.
at all times. He's so jittery. Like my man pops an Adderall before every interview.
Yeah.
Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong in our modern world?
I guess not. To each their own. To each their own.
He may have
But
ADHD and struggling
he
with
definitely has
anxiety
ADHD.
and so
He
many
can't-
other
he can't
things that he doesn't
focus.
have.
And he might. He can't focus. It's pretty wild. Even in the pods when he's interviewing, he's supposed to be focusing. You see him like stabbing himself and doing all these, making these weird faces. He has a hard time
Even
focusing,
sitting
which is
in
why
one place. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Which is why he called Natalie by the wrong name.
Shayna.
Shania. Yeah.
We're all doing it.
Yeah, and I love how, speaking about that, when he calls her by the wrong name, how he just flips it back on her and
Yes.
then just makes it all like it's her fault. And he's like, come on, bro. Like, this is
If
why we're
you're mad at
here.
me,
Come on.
Why are you mad
Yeah.
at me that I called you by the wrong name? What are you wearing?
That's so weird. Like, but you know what it is? Is how fast he flipped it, right? Not the fact that he flipped it, because like I could kind of see him like, okay, how am I going to justify this? But it was instincts, man. He knew what to do. Like that's
Frat boy.
practice.
Frat
Takes
boy.
practice.
He's been there before.
He's been there, right?
So-
He's been there. He knew exactly what to say because he's done this many times.
So I
She didn't even say a
rewatched-
word.
She didn't, and I actually rewatched another. I was rewatching some of the episodes, and I noticed that Shayna went up to Shane, and she said, Did you basically just propose to Natalie?" And he got quiet, and he said, "Listen, like this is why we're here." And then Shayna said, "If I'm quiet, I'm just processing." And so
Right.
Shane said, "Well, anyway," and she said, "Anyway, so what are you wearing?" So again, he just changed the topic, and Shayna moved on, and he moved on. So same thing, he did the same thing with Natalie. He just tried to flip it back and just try to change the topic to diffuse the situation.
That's right, man.
That's
He pulled that
Shane.
Missy Elliott, man. He put that thing down, flip it, and reversed it. That's
Yep.
all he did.
There is the line of the night.
Yes.
That's how you gaslight, man. Okay, so that's Shane and Natalie.
No,
Who
no,
else we
wait.
got?
What about when
Oh, we got-
Shayna called Natalie supposedly talking about, I have
Oh my
someone to hook you up with if it doesn't work
Oh my
out.
God.
And that
Oh
whole
my
beach
God.
conversation. Like, what the hell was that? Doesn't she
Okay,
give you
so-
Jessica vibes from like season 1?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I have a theory. I want to hear you guys talk about your stuff before I give you my theory. What do you think, Jazz?
As someone who's not seen season 1, I cannot comment on Jessica.
Okay, well,
I like to say something about Jessica
Sure.
and Shayna. So Sarah, I completely agree with you. She started giving me Jessica vibes as soon as Kyle proposed to Shayna, and she immediately went to Shane and she said, "I want to be with you."
Yes.
Immediately
Yes.
after Kyle proposed, that's when I was like, "Oh my God, Jessica, what the hell is going on here?"
Yeah.
Like Kyle just proposed to you. And then second time was at the beach, like you said, when
Yes.
she just what was so toxic with
Yeah.
her
So
stupid
let's-
little hat
let's-
at the beach, like, "Oh, I'm so cute," and Natalie basically like,
My
"I don't know what's
cowboy
going on. Your
hat, that
chemistry,
is.
I know," and she's like, "Your chemistry is horrible," which she doesn't even know anything about their chemistry, so I don't know what she's talking about. And she's like, "Your chemistry is horrible. Your relationship is horrible, and I don't know what is going on here, but me and you are so much better."
So here's the thing about her. When her and Kyle were at that bridge, and Kyle was basically like, "How can you do this to me?" Right? She's like super serious. She's at the brink of tears. But then when she's explaining it to Shane, she's laughing about it. It's a joke. She was like, "Why would that ever work?" Right? Like, who thought? I was like, "Yo, that was so bad." I felt really bad. If I was Kyle watching that, I would be like, "This is
It's
some
like she led him
Tinder
on.
swindler shit."
Just
She
to
led him
make
on.
sure she got
Yeah.
engaged
100%.
so she wasn't left behind single.
Yes.
So she was like,
You know what
who
it
is
is?
Yeah,
giving me
back up.
attention? I am going to rope him in. That's it.
Yeah.
I think she wants airtime. I think she wants TV time. She wants to get on TV, right? But I do think she is getting a bad edit. I don't think she's as bad as we think. And my theory is that Natalie is kind of shady too.
How so?
I wouldn't be sad. I wouldn't be
oh.
surprised.
Please explain, sir.
Yes.
So usually the way it works, I feel like these, based on what I've known from The Bachelor and other reality shows, they always have a couple they want to protect, right? And I feel like there's something going on with Shane and Shayna behind the scenes that people don't know about. I feel like something
Interesting.
shady's happening. I think Shane is a little shady, and when she's talking about how your relationship is fake, she said that as if like she knew it as a matter of fact, right?
And
I
the way
kind of
he
feel
went back and asked Natalie as well, do you feel like there's something going on that you need to tell me? It's like, why are you not sure about your relationship?
I have a theory that like either Shane or Natalie, they're in some kind of like they're friends off the show, and they either told each other that they're not really feeling the relationship, and this girl is like doesn't realize that they're playing it up for television, and she's like completely like, you know what, your relationship is fake, blah blah blah. Like, I really like you, but this isn't a real relationship. I don't know, something about that sounded fishy. It didn't sound fabricated, and I know how producers work. They want to fabricate a story, and they're like, okay, she said this, we're gonna play it off like she's a crazy jealous person. And she may be a little jealous, she may be a little crazy, but I don't think she's that crazy. And I don't think Shane and Natalie are innocent. I don't think they're innocent. I think they're being protected, and I think they're being protected because their story is the story they think America wants to see.
Why do you think they want America to see that story? Because that's the only interracial couple that has made it. So they need to protect it.
They need to protect it.
But they need to protect. Oh my God, it's a white guy.
Yes.
An Asian girl.
This is a trope.
Yes, yes.
Well, no one's going to be Lauren Cameron, so.
No, no.
No, they were the best. And here's the thing, right? Based on these stories, like, I feel like in reality shows, like, the moments are real, but the stories are usually 9 out of 10 times fabricated. The Lauren and Cam, that's that 1 out of 10 times, right? That's like real. But 9 out of 10 times the stories are fabricated, but the drama, the moments are real. That's my theory based on all the reality shows that I've seen.
So what do you think is
pretty
real
interesting
on this season that actually has
So-
like a real connection?
I don't know, man. Okay, so let's go through some other couples. Mallory and Salvador. Is that his name?
Yeah, Salvador.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna make it. They don't seem genuine. Mallory, the body language, her body language is all like, "Oh, get this guy away from me!" Like, he's a nice guy, but get him away from me.
And this
He's
is not the
feeling it,
guy I
right?
expected at all. Like, he got the ring
Exactly.
wrong. I know he wanted to get her a ring that he liked, but she has to wear it. Get her the gold.
Yeah. And Jared put that he slid that in there. He put it in her brain, man. It was like Inception.
him.
He pulled the Leonardo DiCaprio, and he was like, you know, that I got you. You know, I would have gotten you that ring. And then
No,
that-
he didn't
that
say
got
I
into
would
her
have
brain.
gotten you that. He said you would want it gold.
But he said because I listen. He said
Yeah.
because I listen. Right? I asked you. That's what he said.
You know
right?
that was
But he
all
go-
Nick. You know that was all Nick lighting that fire
Yeah.
to Jared. Yeah.
So that's interesting. But the couple that I really want to go through is Jared and Ayana. And I know Jared has this thing with like proposing to the other girl first. Oh my God. Can we talk about how Ayana broke down when he told her and she was walking out and she kept like going to the floor? Like, oh, my heart broke.
I know, that was sad. But for him as well, he really liked Mallory, and
Yeah.
he was really heartbroken. That wasn't fake.
Yeah.
I know. But it sucks that she has to feel like she's his second choice,
Backup.
right?
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to swallow. And I like her quote where she says, like, yeah, I am really strong, but I'm also really, really fragile at the same time. That's a great quote. Phenomenal. And like, I was like, I don't care what happens. We got to protect this woman at all costs. After she said that, I was like, oh my God. And honestly, man, she's the only person I like on the show. Everyone else, I don't care what happens to her. She's the only one I like.
But she's also been so real and honest, owning her flaws. Like, I am not where Mallory is with her career. And she has a girl crush on Mallory, so it's, why wouldn't anyone else? So it's not like she's dissing herself, but she's also hyping other people up and
Yeah.
accepting where she's at.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
I also feel like it took a lot of guts for Jared to tell her that he proposed to someone else. Like, he didn't have to do that. Of course, he knew that it would come out later.
Yeah.
But just for him to tell her, knowing that she could have easily just turned him down, knowing that she was going to be second to someone else, it just took a lot for him to go up to her and be like, and he also was truthful to her from the beginning. I rewatched the episode, and when she told him, you're the one for me, when Ayana told Jared that, he said, listen, I really like you, but I also really like Mallory. It's down to you guys for me. And then when he proposed to Mallory, he told her that. So he's always been honest with her from the beginning. He told her he likes going out. He told her all the things he likes doing. So
You know, something is interesting because he never technically proposed to Mallory. He asked her, "What would
right,
happen if I proposed to you?" I don't
right.
know if that counts as a proposal, man.
But it's still, as men, are you going to go around asking
Yeah.
females, hey,
I mean,
how are you going to feel if I propose? Just asking, just in case, you know, if I decide
fair.
I want to
That's
ask
fair.
you
That's fair.
case.
to marry. No, you don't ask that. Unless you're like,
That is
getting
some yeah, that is some like Suits loophole contract shit where you're like, that's not technically what I said. I get
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
that's some
He
lawyer
was trying
shit.
to
I
protect
get it.
himself a little bit. He was a little scared to go down on one knee.
Yeah.
So he
Okay,
also
okay.
kind of knew that he could have gotten turned down. He was obviously still hurt. She turned him down, but it would have been much worse if he was down on one knee and she said no. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Got
So
it. So that's all of the other couples. Did we miss
there's
anyone?
Nick
Oh,
and
oh
Danielle.
yeah,
Oh my
Nick
God.
and Danielle.
yo,
Okay.
they pulled such a 180 on me because when
Oh
they
my-
met,
yes.
that was magical. That was so great. I was like, oh my God, my heart. Like, she ran to this motherfucker. Yo.
Yes.
I was like, damn.
They did that
And
to us on
then-
purpose.
Oh my God. And then, like, oh my
Panic
God. They
attack
twisted it.
and
Mm-hmm.
okay, and
Mm.
all that stuff. And it's when he went up to Shayna, my BFF, just to gossip at the beach, and then Natalie, like he's just talking crap about everyone and instigating drama as well.
Okay.
So much drama.
Okay.
Putting her
I
down.
see-
When he went to her place, putting her down a little bit about who she is, what she likes doing. I get it. He's older. She has her quirks. You're just meeting for the first time. You know, we all have different personalities, but you got to like adapt a little bit. You got to give and take a little bit. You can't just put other people down immediately,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I
And
think he's like
he
trying
does
to
know
push
she
his-
is, yeah, she is fragile. Like you can't just, by this time we all know she's fragile. She will get hurt. So you got to be a little bit sensitive with her.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, I don't like this. I don't want to do this.
But
Yeah,
does he have to
doesn't-
change himself just because she's
No.
sensitive? Like, you know?
No,
Well,
no.
look,
I
there's
agree.
a difference between changing yourself and just being a little patient with somebody, right? You can be a little patient and be a little more understanding. You don't have to change who you are, but
Yeah.
like he snaps at her, and it's scary sometimes.
But in his defense, not that it's okay, but still, it's if he's used to certain things behaving a certain way, and here she is, who's super sensitive, and now he's engaged to her, and he has to deal with super sensitive person walking on eggshells. He's gonna crack every time. It's like, can I say hello? Can I raise my voice? One day I had that silly argument before meeting the parents. And he was like, give me some space to process my emotions. And she's breaking down. It's like,
Yeah.
what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
fair. He does remind me of like a Joel McHale. You guys ever watch Community? That's what he looks like to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I was
it's
thinking
very
about
funny.
Danielle, like she does have a lot of insecurities because of her weight loss, and I was really, she is pretty young, and I feel like she needs to spend some time on her own to really love
Yeah, yeah.
herself and
But
grow.
she's 29.
But I feel like if she's looking to be loved by someone else, but she really needs to love herself first.
Danielle,
Love yourself.
contact me. I will help you love yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Just a plug
All right.
for me.
Now that we've talked about everybody on the show that isn't brown,
No.
Let's talk
Can
about the
we
two brown
also talk about the racial stuff, just in general, overall with the
in
show.
general, okay, let's talk
How
about
they
it.
checked off boxes. There's one atheist, one super Christian person, one Hispanic, one Asian, one black couple, just for diversity, and then the white people, and then one Indian couple. Like they just checked
So
off
here's the-
all the pieces. Like, what do we need for diversity?
So here's the thing, right? There are 30 people on this show, and we're only seeing a certain amount. What happened to the other people? There's 2 more brown people on this show. There's a few more black people on this show. There's even an overweight woman who's like on this show. So there's body diversity. Like
we
there's
didn't
all these
see
people
any
that they're
body
not showing.
diversity.
Yes, there was the one woman. Remember he asked her if you go to the gym.
Oh
and
yeah,
he goes,
if I yeah.
And he goes, I only like people who go to the gym. So like they have them there. They're purposely not showing them. And
Yeah.
like, where are their stories, right? It's because they
Yeah.
don't have a story. They just completely omitted them. Like the only time you saw them was at the beach and the intro, and that was it. They were gone. They might as well not even be on the show.
Yeah.
Because they had their
we don't
quota.
need reason
They're like,
for
we're
that.
good. We have a brown story. We don't
We
need
checked
another
out
brown
the
Exactly.
diversity boxes: Black, Asian, Hispanic, religion, everything covered. We got you. Moving on.
Yeah. We're good. We're good.
We're good.
We don't need
We're
any
good.
more brown couples. We don't
I
need
want to
any-
know what
yeah,
happened to
this is
Hasib. He seems so cool.
good. Yeah.
He was a really nice guy.
He did.
And so-
And yeah,
He
I
was
wanted
killed.
yeah. I even saw him
And
later on at the beach when he
At the
came on.
beach, right?
Yeah, I want to know.
They needed
There
a
was another
Muslim
girl,
guy for
Juhi.
diversity.
Yeah, there was a
seemed
Muslim girl there
cool.
too.
Oh, that's
Juhi
what
was
it
there.
was.
There was a
Yeah,
Muslim
yeah.
girl.
I saw the other girl.
Yeah, Juhi.
Mhm.
Wow.
You see her in the background every now and then. She's just hugging people. All
Yeah,
she
she
does
was
is
wearing a
hug.
jumpsuit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a chronic hugger, man. Every time somebody needs a hug, she's there. That's all they show her.
Is she the emotional support animal on the
She's
show?
the emotional support cast member.
There's a diversity.
Anyone's sad, she'll come hug you.
Yeah, she'll come hug you.
Yeah.
But
I'm sad
maybe
they're
they're
not getting
not
their
like
story.
fun or drama like all these.
No,
other
I
couples.
don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. Like I told you, these people care about the story. If you don't have a story that they can sell, they don't care about you. That's
Yeah,
it.
we don't
That's
care
how
about
this
that
works.
average basic love story where you like each
we
other
don't
and
care.
fall in love without any drama. Like, no.
Yeah, like there are people I'm sure that are in their pods that are learning to love themselves more than the other person, right? They're finding out things about them. I bet you none of that is being shown because you know what? Who cares if somebody finds to love themselves? What we care is the story
We
that we're
don't
going
want
to tell
that.
America.
No. We want more train wrecks. Otherwise,
Yeah.
no one will watch the show.
course.
Exactly.
This is
Well, let me
not
ask something.
loving yourself at all.
We want
This
more
is love is
crop
blind.
tops
are-
and
Yeah.
flannels.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me ask y'all something. If you are witnessing a train wreck, do you look away?
Hell no.
No.
You get
Yeah,
popcorn
exactly.
and like sit down and like, okay, please continue.
Oh, not me. I sit down with a book and I'm like, okay, so this is what happened. This is the cause. This is the motivation. This is my theory on who did it. Like, I'm mad.
So
sus.
you're going so deep into it. I'm just like watching it. I'm like, please continue.
No, dude, I go
Please
deep.
Bring
I
me
have a
more.
problem. I have a problem with reality shows. I go in so deep, man. I go on their Instagram. I like
you
DM
send
them.
them
I
free-
try to
you
find out
do?
information. Yes.
He does.
I
He does.
I watched
have
The
a problem.
Bachelor through you.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
fun. I don't know why.
I literally don't watch The Bachelor on TV. I watch it through you.
Oh,
Listen.
this is gonna be fun when we get to the Bachelor segment. 'cause
Listen.
Three of us don't watch it.
Listen, we all have our vices, and my vice is trash TV, man. That's my vice. That's my only flaw. Well, not my only flaw. It's my biggest flaw.
I mean,
then you gotta
we
watch
don't
Summer
have
House
enough
then.
time to go over all your flaws. That is not one of them.
Call Sarah offline. She will help
Yes.
you.
No, God, no, please. I told Jazz
That'd
I
be
would.
so much fun, though.
I told Jazz I would never ever want to be famous. I want to be famous adjacent, right? I want to be the turtle in somebody's entourage. That's my goal. I never want to
No.
be famous. Yeah,
So,
that's my goal in life. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, guys, that's it for part 1. Check out part 2 where we dive into Dipti and Shake and internalized racism.